Welcome back here to Mountain Connections. We've been talking a lot about startups recently on these Wednesday episodes of Mountain Connections, and luckily we have some experts here with us. It's my good friends from Nexus IT. We have Earl Foote, the CEO, and Travis Gunn, the VP of Business Relations. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
Good.
Fantastic.
Always a pleasure to see you.
A little chilly out there.
A little chilly.
Yeah.
Way chilly.
Yeah.
let's not undersell it. It is so cold out
Not
there.
funny.
All right, let's talk a little bit about startups. Yeah, this is a little bit of an expertise area for you guys. Before we talk about how you guys can help startups, let's talk a little bit about what are some of the common kind of roadblocks that most startups see in their initial phases. Earl?
I think, from my own experience and then seeing a lot of entrepreneurs, startup companies, and trying to help them on their journey, just know-how, knowledge, knowing what your resources are, having the experience, right? And certainly, is there a market for what you're selling,
absolutely.
right? And can you, if necessary, can you procure the capital you need in order to take your product or service to market, right?
To market. I think this is something that I've talked about with a bunch of other entrepreneurs and startups is in that initial phase, even before you're getting the formulation of your product, of your business model, everything, the idea always sounds so great before you put it into action, right? So what are some things that business owners or entrepreneurs can do before they start making these steps to kind of vet their idea and make sure that it's actually going to work in the marketplace?
Well, that's one of the things is that there's lots of ideas out there, and a lot of people are just they're afraid to say, you know what, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think having conversations with trusted Earl has lots of mentors, and I think mentorship is big, and talking to those that are trusted to be able to identify what are steps A to Z that we can start to take in doing this. But really I think it comes out of just do it.
Yeah.
Right? Just, what have you got to lose? Even if it's something that's on the side, just do it. Talk to the right people, identify who the right people are, and then just push it.
Push through on that.
Right.
I will add one piece of advice, for anybody who has an idea, and that is you have to do your market research.
Absolutely.
And your competitive analysis research.
Absolutely.
And then you have to decide what is really going to set you apart. If most people are unable to really invent something brand new or to really disrupt an industry. Yep. So you have to, if you're going to have competition in an industry, and sometimes you have massive players in an industry, you have to figure out what your play is going to be, what distinguishes you, and why people would prefer to use you over perhaps somebody who's been established in the industry for a long time.
And in some areas, just applying for a patent just to be safe, right?
Yep.
Even if it's a patent pending idea or business.
That adds a level of protection that is invaluable. Really.
Yeah. Or it's going to tell you, sorry, it's already.
Yeah, exactly. Doing that research, you're not going to have to do it on the back end or finally get to the point where you feel like you're about to break through and then realize,
and
oh,
that's
wait,
not
I can't.
expensive. That's not overly expensive.
And you kind of talked about a great point is some startups come from the minds of great entrepreneurs and serial entrepreneurs that really understand how to get a business off its ground. But some of the best innovations in the marketplace come from people who have no experience in business at all. Some of them are scientists, some of them are designers, engineers, and they've learned how to better refine a product. So
it's just raw.
It's just raw, exactly. So for those people who maybe are a little bit worried about the business side of things, don't really know how to do the competitive market analysis and the market analysis in general, that's where you guys kind of step in and can help out, correct?
Yeah, and certainly those aren't direct services that we offer, but from a technology perspective, on obtaining that information, obtaining the data, and then evaluating it, absolutely. There's a lot of things that we do to help startups, and I think particularly many startups aren't necessarily savvy or sure. They might have a vision of what they want to create, but they're not sure how they integrate technology into that vision.
Absolutely.
And how they can achieve what they want through the proper use and leveraging technology and automation and business system, process automation and stuff like that.
I think a lot of times people will look at it and say, I've got this great idea. There's a technology element to it. That's going to be too expensive, so we're just not going to do it.
Absolutely.
All right, and I think that's one area that we can help with is let's just sit down and talk about it. Let's find out if there's areas that we can help automate this. They may be surprised it's not going to be as expensive in some cases. Sometimes it may be more, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to paint
It depends. It depends. It's kind of ad hoc, right? It depends on exactly the case that you're dealing with at the time and what exactly they're going to need from you guys.
But if you can understand at least, here is a good starting point, really the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Great. And what exactly can this technological integration do for a business? I mean, I think, as you said, one, just being able to crunch a lot of this data that comes from this market research is one thing. But what else?
Oh, there's really so much, right? I mean, the buzz term out there, digital transformation, it's been around a long time, but it's thrown around a lot more recently. But really, if you are able to leverage technology to replace a lot of what would normally be manual duties, manual responsibilities, and automate or integrate systems. Most businesses are going to have disparate software platforms. They might have a CRM, they have an accounting package, they have their e-commerce and shipping integration, and they have sometimes 6, 8, a dozen different platforms, and they need to be able to all the data to pass back and forth and be transparent through those those platforms.
Well, and I think even on its most basic, even the technology on the hardware side, right? Spending a few extra dollars up front can save a lot of money and replace the potential of having to replace stuff because you bought the wrong equipment. Just understanding, what maybe extra dollars you can spend up front will save you a lot of money, as you start to grow and bring on employees and do all of these other things.
And another big thing, as you said, is automating a lot of these processes can also reduce your operating costs as a business. That's one less person you have to pay for one of those tasks.
Totally.
So how can people who are interested in your guys' services get a hold of you guys and possibly sit down for a consultation with you as well?
Sure. Let's see, 435-487-9099, and on the web at nexusitc.net.
On our website, you can chat right with us, so you can click on that and we can help.
That's perfect. Well, thanks again, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming on. As always, our conversations could continue well past 30 minutes, but we only have limited time, so thanks again for coming on. We really appreciate it. You can find out more information there, again, at nexusitc.net, and definitely encourage you to get a consultation from them if you are interested at all, or if you're in that startup phase of your business. They'll help you, as they said, integrate a lot of technology in there and really help your business scale to that next level. We'll be right back with much more right here on Mountain Connections.